Absolutely.
Yeah.
Internship at HBO
Yeah. Yeah.
as a film, like just graduated film student?
No, actually, at the time, I was a sophomore in college. I was a political theory major. Really didn't know what I was going to plan on doing, but always growing up, I made little music videos for my friends. I
Gotcha.
made little videos and stuff like that. And when I made a film, there was an alumni, Carrie Dallas, who helped me get the internship, and I was working in miniseries and Cinemax in 2013.
So what classifies a piece of artwork as film?
Honestly, what I've learned and how I think about film is just, obviously there's pictures and it's just moving pictures. I really do call it movies because honestly it's just a string of a bunch of pictures that come together that make a film. Film can be 5 seconds long, a film could be 5 hours long, I truly think that, it's just pictures put together with sound.
Got you. Once you get that film internship, what are some things that you can do to really, show out and impress the people you're working under? Like, what are like 5 things you feel like, hey, if a film student comes and works under you, that you would be like, wow, they did this, this, and this? Like,
that's a really good question. I really love that question. I feel like because some of the things that set me apart from other interns were the little things. Like, I remember when I was an intern, everybody wanted to talk about all the films that they loved so much, right? I would find out what their favorite sports teams were, and every hour on the hour bring them new sports news,
Yeah.
The Bulls signed this person, the Clippers signed that person, and it endeared you to the people that you worked with.
Yeah.
And just big listening skills, honestly. Like, for me, I remember when I got to Los Angeles, I remember sitting in the car with my mother the first day I got there, and she said to me, she said, and my mother worked at Avon for 25 years, so she's a hard-working woman. And she said to me, she goes, I paid for a round-trip ticket from Los Angeles to from Chicago to Los Angeles. I didn't pay for a refund for it. So if you get fired, if you don't finish this internship, you are still coming back on August 3rd, whether you like it or not. So I suggest that everything they ask you to do there, you listen to it and you do it exactly that way.
Yeah.
Even if you think you know a better way, do it the way they tell you first and then show them. So as an intern, the first things that they give you is coffee runs. I remember I used to take my dress shoes off, put my Nikes on, run down to Starbucks, run back. And yeah, it was kind of like, I just really took that to heart, but it ended up helping me meet more people at HBO.
Yeah.
I started getting calls like, oh, you're the intern that's super fast at coffee runs. Like, oh, can you do a coffee run for me? Oh, you want to read this script and you do a coffee run for me? And that's kind of how it all happened,
Yeah.
So I would say, like, finding out what makes people tick, making those personal connections that way, listening, showing up on time. It's a little thing, but it's a big thing. And especially when you're just trying to start out, don't give them a reason, Even if you got to be 1 minute, if you're running in there 1 minute early, you still early, Those little things make a big difference.
Yeah.
And I would say the last thing is just, I treated every single person like they were the CEO of the company. I still try to do that,
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, I try to treat everybody like they're the president of the place I'm in. So you never know who can be helpful. You never know who can teach you. And that just helps open those doors.